Alrighty, I'm here, and it is 8 o'clock. Good evening. Is the frequency in use? Apparently not. It's K4 PEW net control for the Mount Juliet Simplex radio net. Is there any emergency or priority traffic? Alrighty, if there is, please call 911 or your brother-in-law, because we can't really do much from where we're sitting on the net. But you're welcome to do so, and we'll do what we can for you if we have to. All right, then it can be broken at any time for that. For information on this net, you can see us right now on YouTube. You can put in the search block my call, Kilo 4 Papa Echo Whiskey, or you can, or the word Brain Trust, BRAINTRUSTS, one word. You'll come up either way. If you subscribe, you'll automatically get notifications when the net starts. You can also see us on our website, 146415.net, 146415.net, just like the frequency, but without that, with no decimal on one end and the decimal on the other. Or you can go to our groups.io site. It's groups, GROUPS India Oscar. And you can look for MJSS. That would be the group that we're on to get on the email distribution. Or you can send me an email at k4pew@arrl.net. Purpose of that is to have fun. And hopefully, which we have done, we've generated an awful lot of traffic over this 5+ years. We've also generated a lot of people have reasons to increase the capacity for the antennas and their radios and their elevation. And I don't think anybody's moved to get better elevation, but they've got their antennas up higher to get their elevation up. And we can better serve our community in the event of a catastrophic communications emergency, which we hope never comes up. But in the meantime, we're going to have fun doing what we do, not having emergencies. We invite everyone to use the net to announce amateur radio events and activities. This is Wednesday, and so tomorrow night there's Thursday night. We've got the Wilson County Amateur Radio Club net at 8 p.m. and that's on the repeater 147.105 with a plus offset in a 156.7 tone. And there's also the Bowling Green Simplex net. It's actually at 7:30 prior to this other net. 7:30, they're really growing. They had 15 check-ins this past Tuesday, which was yesterday. But they're on 146.430 at 7:30 p.m. You point your beams, if you got them, up toward Bowling Green, or if you're close enough, you may not need one. I can sometimes talk to a Bowling Green without the beam on my vertical. All right, any other announcement or need clarity on the ones we've got? And by the way, this is the first Saturday of the month, this one coming up. So the following Saturday, which is the whatever day it is, it's not this Saturday, but the following Saturday for the breakfast at Courtney's at 8 a.m. on Saturday. But it's not this Saturday, it's the following Saturday. Don't be confused. It's been 2 weeks since we've been there, but it's the second and fourth Tuesdays of every month. All right, any questions, clarifications, confusion, or want to restate the obvious?
KB4 SFM was announced.
Yeah, go ahead, Tom.
Yeah, the Wilson Amateur Radio Club meeting, annual Christmas dinner or party will be this Saturday night, December the 7th, 6 p.m. at Cumberland University, Lamprey Hall, room 122. Everyone's invited. Bring the boss. Spouses are invited. Bring a covered dish, and we'll be looking forward to seeing you there. 6 o'clock, Cumberland University this weekend. Christmas dinner. Thank you. 73's KB4 SFM.
Very good. That was Tom, KB4 SFM, giving us an announcement for the Wilson Amateur Radio Club's annual Christmas meeting, which is this. And suggesting if you can, bring your spouse. It's a normal Christmas dinner, and I guess they're hoping bringing food, or is all food supplied, Tom?
Covered dish supplied. We're looking forward to something good to eat.
very good. Don't take that literally because a covered dish may not have anything in it, but the covered dish with some food in it would be very helpful. So anyway, that's 6 p.m. this coming Saturday, Lambrey Hall, room 122 at Cumberland University. It should be easy to find. If you can't, just look on Google. It's easy to find. Thanks, Tom. Any questions about that? All righty. By the way, this is net number 541, if anybody's keeping track. And there's seemingly no end in sight. We'll be up to 1,041 in another 5 years. That's a long time. All righty. We'll be taking check-ins from I don't know where. Hold on.
We're taking from the north.
No, we got to go in sequence here. It actually starts from the east, but we'll get to you. We'll get to you, Ray. Hold on. Starting from the east, please come now.
WA4ZHI.
Hey, very good. You can go to bed now, James.
Good night.
Very good. You had a good day today. Did you do anything outside? It was beautiful out.
Yeah, I was out a little bit, do a little shopping.
Okay. Very good. Anything else for the net tonight? Because you sound good.
It just feels good being inside now.
Yeah, no, it's really nice out. I don't know if it's supposed to get colder this week, but it was a pleasure out there today. Well, very good, James. That's James here in Mount Juliet, Whiskey Alpha 4 Zulu Hotel, India. Good to have you in there again, James. Who else we got east? Please come.
Forward easy.
Hey, Earl. Haven't heard from you in a couple of days. What you been doing, man? Hiding?
Yeah, I've been doing a little bit of homework and whatnot. They go here, there, and yonder with the holiday thing.
Well, you didn't mention any rat killing.
Break for a day or two.
Yeah, give the rats a break. I was reading today that 1.5% of the rats in Los Angeles the virus.
Well, I guess they need to get a daggone exterminators to go down through their tunnels.
I know, man. I figured you'd want to volunteer.
I don't think I'm qualified for that.
Right, very good. All right, Earl, you doing all right though? Otherwise, I didn't hear from you. You must be busy.
Yeah, I'm doing pretty well, and hope everyone else is out there. They got cold or getting too warm, but I guess it's hope everybody else is doing good too. Back to you, Paul. KE4 easy.
Yeah, very good, Earl. It sounded good tonight. Good signal. That was Earl, Kilo Echo 4 Delta Echo Zulu, and he's there in Noreen, just east of the Cedars of Lebanon Park. Who else is east? Anybody else east? Please come down.
W4EBX.
Hey, Eddie, I was joking. I was joking with my wife today. I said I threw out. Well, she asked me about a clock we had, and I said it was a clock radio, one of these promotional kind of clock radios, really kind of odd looking, with even had a light at one end of it, like it was an emergency radio. And she says, "What do you want to do with it?" And I said, "Well, I could always give it to Eddie, but if you take it over to Goodwill, he might pick it up just because he likes it."
I think I've got enough clock radios and lights too. How about you? Maybe you ought to keep it.
No, I got. Listen, I got enough junk around here. I could open up my own Goodwill.
Yeah, that's kind of like I feel about all this radio stuff, you know.
Oh, I know it. Well, very good. You good signal tonight, Eddie. You doing all right otherwise? You haven't been on the air much.
Yeah, doing very well. Just trying to figure out how to operate on D-Star. I got me an ICOM 5100A, and pretty complicated.
Yeah, I've never had to do that. I hope it's not as complicated as I thought DMR was. Same kind of thing. It's kind of complex.
Yeah, I'll figure it out though. Maybe I'll find somebody that's got one like mine and try. So hope everybody's doing okay and enjoy this good weather while we can. Before we bid.
Well, that's why DMR and D-Star. That's not I don't think that stuff really for Simplexton. It's too complicated.
Fred, you can use it on Simplex.
Oh, I know you can. I know you can, but I won't. I'll be able to hear you, but I won't. I won't be able to know what you're saying.
Well, I don't think I'd try it out on 415.
Oh, I don't think. Well, everybody's going to wonder what the heck's going on. Well, very good. That was Eddie. He's over here in Gladeville. Whiskey 4 Echo Bravo X-ray. If anybody together, that's again Whiskey 4 Echo Bravo East.
KG4 MIZ.
I know you'll help him out with a D-Star, won't you, Kevin?
Oh yeah, I tell him how to get.
Yeah, that's probably the best advice you could give.
Yeah, about the only place I'd know where to go to get it. Going on, same old stuff, different day. I was out there messing around in the yard today, kicking leaves around and picking up a little bit of. I tell you what, it was a beautiful day today. It just seemed to be real nice. I had the door opened and left it open. The sun started to come around or going down, and boy, that's when the weather started switching over, and I had to switch and put my coat back to the door. But yeah, there's Eddie, if I was you, I'd probably just go over the name of the radio and the numbers on that radio, and maybe put D-Star behind it or something, and let it search for it. More than likely, it'll pick up everything that associated with that, with what your search term would be. But yeah. Other than that, man, shoot, ain't nothing going on over here, man. Same old stuff, different day.
Yeah, very good. That was Kevin. Great. Mike, India Zulu. He's over there just a little bit west of downtown Lebanon. Who else east? Anybody else? You always come back later. Up to the north then. You ready, Ray? K4PEW to Mount Juliet Simplex Radio Net.
W.
How you doing? How you doing, Mark? You jumped in there, and I was expecting Ray to jump in.
I heard you expecting somebody else. I thought, oh, I can get in there. I got a quick trigger.
Yeah, we did it.
Actually, I got the Heil microphone page about connecting audio to the back of the 7100. So that amp to put in it. So I'm sitting here with the wires and a little push talk switch and an amplifier spewed out all over the table. Well, good. That's Bob Heil said. He said, he says, put the audio into the back of the 7100 and you'll be the king of the band.
King? Well, we don't want to be queen of the band. That would be. But no, your audio has a nice bass sound to it, and seems to have a much broader, very natural.
Well, good. All right. Well, I appreciate the report. I'll WB0NOL.
Yeah, I feel like I'm listening to the local FM radio station. You sound great. Anyway, that was Mark with a great 100 machines. That's Whiskey Bravo 0 and November. Whiskey Bravo 0 November Oscar. And again, that was really nice audio. I got to tell you, whatever was recommended, you got to give a shout to the group you did to get that one. Who else we got? East or north in this case? North.
KJ4H&Z.
Hey, Ray, hold on. You came in ready. You guys doubled a little. GMI. Okay, I just want to get that right. Hold on. KJ. There we go. All right, let me take Dennis first, and I'll get. Dennis, how you doing?
I'm doing good. I got to be short time tonight, though. My wife put me in charge of making yogurt, so I'm letting it back in the house. But I wanted to come out here and check in, and I also wanted to mention that 6 Colorado and up to the northeast. That was my first time, I think, on 6 and 10 meters to make some meaningful contacts. Also, let's say I used a half wave dipole for 20 meters and tries to use it on 10, which would be pole, that wouldn't work. But man, it was working on 10 meters today. Maybe it's because it's inverted B. Maybe that's. I had a good day on the radio. It was a lot of fun, and I got to get in the house and finish my yogurt making. 30s back to the net, and Kevin, good to hear you, buddy. I haven't heard you for a while. W9BOQ, back to net.
So
I used my long wire, my end-fed long wire, and my, for 6 meters, a really short dipole, half wave.
Okay, very good. I was going to say it'd be a little tough to do it on that 20 meter, but no, 10, 20, and 10 were open today, but that's excellent. Well, very good. I'll get back to your yogurt making pretty soon. Well, you can take dress making. Your wife's making you make yogurt. It sounds kind of housewife.
It takes about 5 minutes to heat the milk up, and then, this is funny. I have a chicken incubator, chicken eggs, and I put it in there. It keeps the perfect temperature for making yogurt.
Oh wow! Yeah, you told me about the yogurt before. It's expensive to make that way either, I take it.
No, it's about half the price of buying it in the store, and it's really, really good. Anyway, I'd like to talk to you. W9BOQ.
Very good. That's Whiskey 9 Bravo Oscar Quebec in Castellian Springs, making some yogurt. All right, Ray. I'm sorry to keep you waiting there, but that GMR Ray, how you doing?
Another day in paradise. That's all I can say. Just another day in paradise. Good. A beautiful day, man. I loved it out there. I was cleaning the truck up, getting it ready to go to Knoxville next week. Friday morning. Gotta go to a graduation, and I gotta load furniture and bring her back.
Yeah.
But it could have, you just what's what, and well, you remember one year the daggone trees had done bloomed out, and daggone come across and killed.
Remember it well. In fact, that was the same year. I don't remember. Maybe was it last year? Whenever it was, I had it warmed up so much. The trees, the frogs all came back to life in my pond. About 4 or 5 of them, medium size, froze, and they all died because they didn't have enough time to go back and submerge.
Yep, and there you go again. Got to do.
Yeah, I know it. Well, hey, they're just frogs, man. It's a pity, but what are you gonna do?
That's all I can say. Move on. Anyway, going back to the net, doing a good job. Hang in there. Keep it rocking. A lot of them, while they do it, they start some and don't finish it. Anyway, have a good one. Take care. Talk to you later. KJ4GMR.
All right, very good. That was Ray, KJ4GMR. It's MR. It's Golf Mike Romeo. And virtual check-in by Zoe, his better half. That's Kilo Juliet 4, Hotel November. How you doing, Frank? I haven't heard from you in a net or so. I had Frank in there first. I'll get to you in just a second. Yeah, if I had maybe one net or two.
Yeah, I missed, I think, 3 because I was out of town up visiting family.
Uh-huh. Well, that's nice to do. You didn't take much time off? You had over a week off, did you?
Yeah, over a week. I, to take.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, to the time in a long time.
Yeah, no, I had 5 weeks, and I had to use up 1, so I had to burn up 4. So because I get 4 per year now because I've been there a long time.
So while I was still working, I wouldn't be able to find my office when I got back.
Yeah, well, I got a pile of work. That's what happened. Really bad thing.
Yeah, that's right. And some things change, and then you got to figure out what the heck changed at the end with all the clients and stuff.
So I don't know how this sounds, but this is a new radio, the stock bike.
Yeah, it sounds a little thin, but it sounds good. It's a good audio. I don't know if you could hear, if you heard Mark at all. Could you hear Mark okay?
Yeah, I could hear Mark even with no coax. Probably. Yeah, he sounds really good. I read that same article about the 7100. This is the 97. Uh, so it's got the stock mic, and the audio is at 50%. On D-Star, I had to turn it down to 15.
Take the digital doesn't take that gain too well, huh?
No, it doesn't need almost any. It's 10 to 20 for most people, but I just wanted to see this is the stock setting. I didn't know it's got a like it's not really an EQ, it's just got a bass and a treble adjustment.
Ah, very good. Frank, yeah, glad you're back, and yeah, have a good time on the next couple of weeks you have to take. I envy you really. That's Keel. There was a Gary in there, but I don't know the call.
Oh, it's still kicking, just barely though.
Well, as long as you're still sitting up and taking solid food, I'm happy.
Yeah, I can take some food now. Ain't no problem with that.
Yeah, I know, me too. I tell people that, they ask me if I'm hungry. I said I'm always hungry. If I ate every, I'd weigh up probably 500 pounds.
I've never had to be hungry to eat. That's never been but I eat.
No, I know I'm the same way. My eyes are always bigger than my stomach. Well, no, not necessarily, because I can eat quite a bit. I want to keep I have hit 300 before, and I prefer not to be quite that heavy. But at 270, I still have to eat a fair amount to keep the weight.
Like this, we can't eat like we used to. I got to really watch what I eat now. I lost about 70-something pounds a few years ago, and I've gained a little of it back. And it's a fact.
Especially if you're retired, or you have a job where your metabolism seems to slow down, and your work slows down, so you don't burn up as much calories. So you just have to eat.
Yeah, well, I retired 3 years ago or less, but I stay busy in my woodworking shop. I always got something to do. I can't sit still.
Oh, I got you. That's very good. It's nice to be productive, though, isn't it?
Wears you out sometimes. Body parts break and go bad, but that's the way it goes.
Yeah, I'm familiar with that too. Oh, that's right. I forgot where that was. I forgot that's who you were. Great. You have a good signal. And that's Gary, Kilo Bravo 4 X-Ray Victor, and he's in Castellian Springs, just like Dennis. Good day. North, please come in.
W4DTC.
Whiskey 4 Delta. Charlie, how are you doing?
Doing pretty good, Paul. Name here is David. I'm in Gallatin and currently use a HT, but I do have an outside antenna on it. Hope I'm getting out all right.
Oh yeah, I wasn't looking. Yeah, tell me what so I can see. But on 5 watts, your elevation must be good, and you've got what kind of antenna are you hooking up that HT to? 40 over to me from Gallatin. That's awesome. 40 over from Gallatin is doing really well. So
in Lebanon.
Full scale in Lebanon too, there, Gary. I mean, David.
Yeah, good deal. Hey, I hadn't paid much attention, but did notice that the last 2 or 3 guys in their guitar radios. Frank with this 9700. Mark had excellent audio with this 7100, and Eddie's. So I have a 5100 there, and maybe you could pass this on to Eddie if you can't hear me. That or something, I might could help him a little bit with that.
Oh, I think Eddie, did you copy that? He must have stepped away from the mic. Whiskey 4 Bravo, Echo Bravo Extra. No, he must have stepped away, David. That on the 5100. Is that what the Eddie has? A 50? Well, he's got the D rig though, right? It doesn't matter. It's the same programming, isn't it?
Yeah, I thought I heard him say it was a 5100A. So I'd kind of like to know what he's got hooked up and turned microphone on that. I'll have to find that article and look that up because his audio is really good.
Well, you heard me comment on it, didn't you?
Good.
Oh, it did. It had good free all around frequency, coverage, and it had a great audio and bass to it. watts in Gallatin. He's getting real good here. Like I said, 40 over to me. Are you planning on getting another radio on there?
I've got a bunch of other stuff out in my shack. I don't. I'm sitting here on the couch in front of the TV, so that was dinner, watch TV, and have a little something to talk on.
It's good to have you in there. It really is good signal. Who else north, please? Over to the west of Mount Juliet. This is K4 PEW with the argument.
November 4 Victor Tango India. I'm not west, but I'm sorry. I have my tone on my radio.
Hold on, Charlie. It's Victor Tango in India. It's whiskey straight. You should be. What is that? I forgot your prefix here. Is it Kilo November 4?
Yeah, Kilo November 4 Victor Tango India.
Oh, better than I thought it was. Yeah, very good. How you doing, Charlie? You called out earlier, but I answered you, but you didn't come back.
Yeah, I tone on my radio, like the PL tone, and I was calling on the, operating this radio on 2 meters. It's pretty difficult because.
I got you. Yeah, it's something you have to get used to, but different. Well, many of them are very different. But yeah, just getting used to all the little details. So, hey, you been doing okay? Been on the air much?
DX, and I worked Turks and Caicos today, Canada today, and I worked Washington State, and I've been on there a lot. I've been on 20 meters a lot more. And it seems like every time I call CQ, like multiple people, and it's just really, I'm getting a lot of luck with this antenna.
Yeah, very good. You said Anguilla, is that where you got to?
Yeah, Anguilla, yeah, you're right, down in the Caribbean.
Okay, sure. You're pronouncing it a little different than I was used to down there. But yeah, I'm glad you're having a good time with all of that.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Love HF, love 20 meters, love 40. Really great for me. And of course, Danny's almost done fixing my 890, so I'll get that back soon. But right now, I'm operating YACUF, does BHF, UHF, and HF. Great little radio, but not many knobs. I like the knobs.
All right, very good. For Victor Tango India, he is, I'm sure, the youngest member of our net. He's in junior high school, and he's HF rig and a reasonably nice antenna, and he's getting out on HF quite a bit at 13 years old. That's an awful good feat for 13, and he passes Jenna. So we're proud to be a little bit part of that. I mean, he still has to do the tests himself. Yeah, I'm glad you're actively going on there. November for Victor Tango India, and he's in North Mount Juliet, up toward the lake. What else we got north or west? You were one of the helpers here with our new used antenna, weren't you?
Yes.
Yeah, very good. How you doing, Mike? I haven't talked to you in a little bit.
A little project, and so it's kind of had me busy.
Sounds elusive.
Well, I'm working on a Christmas present for someone, and so
Yeah, Santa's workshop. I got you. All right, very good. Yeah, no, package came in the mail to me on the front porch, and my wife said, "So what is it?" She goes, "No, really, what is it?" Like something. I said, "Well, maybe it's something for you. I'm not gonna tell you."
good answer. I figured. Rick is under the weather. He won't be checking in tonight, but he said tell everybody hi.
Well, is he doing all right? Or nothing, is he?
No, he's just been having some breathing problems lately, so he's just not stuff.
Boy, that's not good. Breathing problems I've never had. Yeah, I guess I did have, and that's why I quit smoking. Yeah, it's terrible to be short of breath or having breathing issues.
Yeah, he's having a right now, but hopefully they'll get it worked out here soon.
They often can. I was surprised. She had COPD and congestive heart failure, and among some other probably, and what's called cardiopulmonary hypertension. That's what it's called, and which creates all kinds of problems. But with the proper medication, it was easily managed. I couldn't believe it. Well, I hope it works out well for them. For those that are so inclined. Rick, is it KJ? No, K. I forgot his call. KM for KM. What is it? I forget. The weather with some breathing issues and so forth. Those of you inclined to good for Rick tonight. Anyway, that was Michael, Kilo Mike 4, Yankee Romeo Foxtrot, and he is in Belshire. Who is up next? You got a good signal.
Katie for OEN. Mary, how are all of you doing? It's good to hear the gang, and it's really, he's doing amazingly well, I think. I'm proud of him.
Oh, yeah. It's young people usually, because they're pretty sharp. They're sharp as a whip. They don't have all the distractions that adults have. So, so they have, and they're in a learning mode when they're young. So that's good. But yeah, you're right. It's exciting to hear somebody so excited at such a young age.
It is. Marty just said we need to talk to Lee. Our nephew is 14 this year, and he said I'm sure he could learn it if he was interested in it. So Marty might have to have a conversation with him. I might have to have a conversation with him and get him interested.
Well, what you might do is have him over one night with the net. At least get him to hear other people. That there's all kinds of other people on the air, and just having fun. And we're not trying to be, we're not trying to make any big goals here, other than just getting along, having fun, and talking on the radio.
Yes, that's the fun part of it, and that's the point of it, is to have new friends and be able to connect with people, and also use it as an emergency contact. So, yeah, I think you'd be a good candidate. How are you and your wife doing? Have you got any new rescues?
Oh no, we're working. I know she's working on another one. I don't know. I think it's going to come this month, but I'm not sure. Yeah, sofa we had, we moved it into another room, and then that was number one. That's a sofa they used to like camp out on, and so all of a sudden they were camping out in another room. And then today we brought in two new sofas, a love seat and a sofa. So they were beside themselves, trying to lay all over everything.
They got to break that in now. Yeah, they have their habits like we do. I mean, Duchess has her end of the couch, and I have the other end. And, she doesn't want anybody to sit down there. But if somebody comes to visit, she'll sit in the middle. So, well, it's good to hear you, Paul. Pass the mic here over to Marty, and catch y'all later, K4OE and Claire.
Yep, sounds good, Mary. How you doing, Marty?
Hello? 84, BQJ. Just having a good old time here.
Oh yeah, so you gotta kind of keep the reins in on the dog, because she doesn't want to give up the chair to other people, I think.
And she's in the time now where she's got all this shedding.
Oh yeah, that's well, I got 4 dogs that seem to shed all the time.
Oh, it's so fun.
Yeah, because they got fairly long hair.
That's it.
All right, very good. You got a good signal. Appreciate you checking in. That was Marty. Excuse me, Marty, Kilo Delta 4 Bravo Quebec Kilo, and Mary, his better half, Kilo Delta 4 Oscar Echo November, and they're both in Belshire. Anybody else west, please come in.
November 4 Delta Juliet Tango, Don.
I'm sorry, Don. That was Delta Juliet. I forgot the last call, the last letter.
November 4 Delta Juliet Tango. Don't juggle turtles.
Yeah, especially snapping turtles. So how you doing, Don?
We're doing pretty good. Just relaxing. Back to work this week. It's always a fun thing. Not really. Building some antennas in my other spare bedroom. I got my 23 centimeter antenna built. I got my 440 circularly polarized Yagi about halfway built, and I got the
the 2 meter, I think I'm gonna have to build that one outside. I think it's gonna be a little too big to fit through the door and wiggle around the hallway. So, and then Saturday I'm building the hex beam and getting it up on my H, and we should be cooking with gas on the big tower, and then I can focus getting all these VHF, UHF antennas up in the air.
Yeah, you're doing all right on 2 meters at the moment. Well, you don't have to juggle the 23 centimeters around many corners, do you?
No, it's pretty tiny. But you know, it's about 18 dB gain, so I'm looking forward to trying it out. I don't know who's up there to talk to, but there's some lower Earth orbit satellites that use 23, so I'll give that a whirl also. But also, sorry to talk about D-Star. Without a hotspot around here, D-Star exercise and the frustration, you're going to need a hotspot. There was a repeater for D-Star in Nashville that is down. People are supposed to put a D-Star repeater up somewhere in Williamson County. I don't know what the status of that is. So yeah, you'll need a hotspot. There is a D-Star, a Simplex frequency. I think it's like 145, 67 something. I have it programmed in this radio, and I've worked some D-Star Simplex down to Franklin with a couple of friends I got down that way, and it works pretty good. I don't really understand why some people use it when they're in restricted places where they can't. I understand that, but it's really not my bag. I have the hotspot just to have this radio can.
Hold on.
But yeah, I'm not really on there that much. I listen occasionally, but that's about it.
Yeah, no, I got you. I've been hearing about that Williamson County, that WCARES D-Star for probably 5 years. So I'm pretty sure it's not going up soon.
Yeah, they got a fusion repeater up there. There's a bunch of fusion repeaters around here, and of course the DMR stuff. But I'm not buying another radio. I had a fusion radio, 2 meter one, like 65 water. I sold it.
Hold on, sir.
Back because I'm never going to use it. So yeah, it's okay. I mean, I've actually done some DV on HF, and that was interesting. I don't think I'll try it again. But yeah, it's just not my thing. But you know, God bless the people who are, and it gets them sort of on the air. But you know, the radio, if you don't have a repeater nearby, the part that's running over RF is literally 2 feet. You know, from your rig to the hotspot. Not a fan.
No, I got you. I'm kind of in the same boat. I have a lot of fun on all the other modes and frequencies, and I'm not sure well, I've got a DMR, and I wasn't really excited with that. And again, the lack of, I don't know why the Nashville repeater was with the Nashville club, and I don't know why that didn't stay up. It was up for a little while, and then it went down again. So I don't know. I don't know why that. I don't know why it's got such low usage, to tell you the truth, but I think I'm on it.
Yeah, QSL. But yeah, that's about it for my radio stuff. I did break out my old PK232 multi-mode terminal controller. I got a USB to serial cable on a plug-in computer, and I want to fire that up and see goof around with some packet, going old school. And I got to solder up some cables for that. But yeah, other than that, man, I'm just having a great time. Back and see who else is out there, brother. And 4DJT, we'll be standing by and listening.
Yeah, very good, Don. That's Don in Bon Aqua. Antennas and getting his towers up and be in good shape. He'll be able to. She appeared not too long. All right, who else we got? Somebody else who was breaking in there. Who was that from the west? Trying to break in there earlier? Well, now they're going to be quiet. No more west. 40.
Okay, and 1MDJ.
Okay, hold on. I got Michael in there first. N1MDJ.
Doing pretty good, Colin. How about yourself?
Oh, I'm doing fantastic. Well, I try to feel fantastic. Well,
as long as you're vertical, that's a good thing, I hear. Just checking in, not really much to share. Just been doing tree trim, and that's about it. Not much else to report. 73 is back to that.
Yeah, you must.
Yeah, I'm on the antenna. It's sitting about 20 feet right now.
Yeah, well, you're full scale to me, so you could be at one. It's fine. Very good. That was Michael, November 1, Mike Delta Juliet. He is just a couple of miles east of 40. Who else? Where was it? Well, east. No, not east. Oh, that's right. I was talking about south. I lost track of where I was. South, please come now. Hey, how are you? KF4, KF2, how you doing?
Well, I'm above ground and eating solid.
Yeah, well, that's as long as you're sitting up and taking solid food. We don't want to do it laying down.
Speak for yourself. There's a lot to be said for mining and eating.
Yeah, that's true. I know it. It sure is a lazy way to eat, though. Yeah, that's right. It is true, though. I know I did that in the hospital for a couple of weeks, and you enjoy it for a while, but you rather be sitting up and being normal.
Oh yes, I've spent way far too much time in hospitals, and there's a they're a necessary evil, but no, I've after my last stay with getting my new knee, for a long, long time.
No, I'm with you. I just shouldn't stay out of hospitals that I was in because I got hit by a car, but that was a good excuse. Well, that was a good excuse. I just didn't want to be there. I had to go through rehab for I don't know, 14 days to get a brain bleed. So it wasn't fun, I'll tell you that. Hey, by the way, a response on what we were talking about. It'll be a positive response. It's just going to be a little different. And is that Santa net thing?
Yeah, I've been kind of curious about that. When Frank was describing it, how are we going to do this? And I didn't understand it, and I tried to express that in the email I said, but not been articulate enough. But I finally just told Frank, I said, look, I'm just going to leave the technical end of it up to you guys to tell me, because during the evening of the Santa Net, trust me, I'm like the guy that did the play. I'm reading scripts and queuing tapes, and I'm getting email responses, and you have no idea and so I'm not sure I could do all the stuff Frank was saying I could have to do, and so I'm just going to leave that up to you.
Oh, absolutely. No, I agree with you. I know what you're talking about, and yeah, you don't need any additional details while you're on the air. I know I have difficulties too. I screen, not rarely, but I just don't look at it very often, and I can't respond to people who some of them leave notes here on the screen, and I just don't. And by the way, you got a good signal. That's Tony in Smyrna, Kilo Foxtrot, Quebec. I did get that call right, didn't I, Tony?
Yeah. Wait a minute. Stand by. We have third-party traffic.
The North Pole. Make sure you tune in for the Santa Net. Yes, Christmas Eve 45.61 and soon to be on others. This is Bruce at the North Pole. Back to.
We had a message from North Pole third-party traffic. Got Santa Net coming up December 24th. So we'll be simulcasting it on. I say probably. I'm sure we will be on the YouTube channel. And again, Tony does that for a number of years. Who else we got south? Please come in.
KM4UGQ. Yankee Victor.
Yankee Victor, hold on. I got pretty new. I only talked to him once so far. That's Kilo Mike 4, Quebec, and I believe that was Joe here in Mount Juliet.
Yeah, that's right. Over by Providence. Just moved into the area from Kingston Springs, where I was active with the Cheatham County Club and the Dixon Club. Also got county, and I take my portable up there when I go up to work on the farm.
There's two things you're going to find in Clarksville, Tennessee to do with that.
Oh yeah, no, it's all good. And technical type of people who enjoy that kind of activity with vehicles and cars for that matter.
Oh yeah, but I'm glad to be over here. I just got my rig T991A by Yaesu. I figured moving over here, I was going to go ahead and get a nice new rig. And question, I'm going to be with the Cub Scout pack in this parade in 2 weeks in Mount Juliet, and they said it's about a 2-mile walk. I'm thinking everybody else is going to be on the net during the parade.
Oh, we certainly.
Yeah, it's on a Saturday, and they said it would be about 3.5 miles total. And I'm just kind of curious what frequencies. I figured to pass the time while the kids are throwing out yapping on the radio.
Yeah, very good. And that was the one that finishes at Charlie Daniels Park, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, very good. It's Joe. He's new to the net, new to the area. He's living over in Del Webb, here south of 40 and east of Mount Juliet Road. Kilo Mike 4 Uniform Golf Quebec, and he's going to be in the Christmas parade with the Cub Scouts, and he's hoping somebody will be. There'll be others, but I would count on somebody being that on. And that's which day is that on? I don't know.
It's on.
So the 14th, and what time does it start? Do you know?
Not
it starts mid-morning or something. I'm guessing it is. It's not an afternoon thing. But anyway, we'll find out.
Good weather. That's all. I've heard some stories about where it's bitter cold, and got my fingers crossed.
Yeah, I know. Very good. That's Joe again. Kilo Mike 4 Uniform Golf Quebec. We'll give you some information. Parade is if anybody wants to monitor the frequency. All right, and next I think we had Larry there. Was that KE4SYV?
That'd be me, man.
Good. You see, you don't like this nice weather. The grass grows too much for you.
Yeah, I'm thinking about getting out and mulching up leaves tomorrow.
I'll tell you, I was raking them this morning. Well, very good, Larry. Good to hear you in there. You got a great signal as always. Kilo Echo 4 Sierra Yankee Victor, and who else south?
KD4ZGY.
Hey, Ed, how are you doing?
ZGY, name's Ed there. We had a good day. Pretty day at times, but I still got the stuff I want to do on my tire sometime tomorrow. I hope the weather stays clear enough and it's done.
Well, you're on the beam, right?
Yeah, I'm on the beam. My regular other antenna's laying about 2 foot off.
Up here.
Well, I appreciate that. Thanks a lot there. But yeah, on there. If you had a good net night, we just got in.
Oh yeah, you were number 21 in there.
Great, that's great. All right, I'll let you go. Thank you for picking me up, KD4ZGY.
Yeah, very good, Ed. Good to have you in there. There's Ed, the 4 Zulu Golf Yankee. He is in Shake Rag, right near Shelbyville. Yeah, Shelbyville. And a great signal from about 40 miles away, which is a good stretch. Who else south?
WE4E.
You didn't hear Charlie in there earlier, did you? Was singing your praises?
No, I'm a late check-in. I'm not quite an SDR. Apologize. I was wanting to get in here earlier tonight and sing his a little bit, and I just didn't make it.
Well, he was. I asked him about his activity. He was doing a bunch of stuff on 20 and 40 meters and working down into the Caribbean and out west, and he's having a ball.
After such a headache getting his antenna up the first time, we met. I got 2 really, really nice shots way up over the top of a couple of trees. Be lined up about perpendicular to the window the feed line goes in, and we got that thing up 45 feet to the feed point, and it's maybe a little higher. And I don't know if you're familiar with his lot and stuff over there, but it slopes away a little bit to the south, and you can put all of that in a great big pile. Plus, we added, he had his dipole and had it strung up, and did a fair dinkum job of that, and we combined the two and made a 2040 fan dipole, and the 415. And so he's got a couple of bands he could work, and we hoisted that baby up in the air, meters, and really doesn't need it for 20, but kind of kiss it up a little bit. But anyway, he texted me when about the time I got home to get on and listen, and by golly, on 7180 he had them stacked up like cordwood. He worked about 16 stations in about an hour and 20 minutes or an hour and a half, and I mean he was just slaying them. And not only that, he's a pretty good operator for being new. His operating technique was good. It was solid. He did very, very well.
Yeah, very good. We're gonna have to buy him a bigger hat.
Boy, that's the truth. Because I'm here to tell you, he's well on his way. A very good radio career, and he's just a sponge for information. He's very excited and very exuberant. HF is his baby.
Oh yeah,
some things are just come together, I guess. And I got his 890 over. I had never listened to the transmit end of it. I'd played with the receiver a bunch. Found two bad resistors, a bad diode, and a bad transistor, all of which conspired to eliminate the bias from one of the driver transistors. And it's two transistors in push-pull, and when it was pushing or pulling, whichever you want to call it, it had no meaningful bias, and so it was of some undetermined class, probably around C, and it was distorting severely. So we got that fixed and got it linearized and everything. This comes with a basic ceramic filter, which is okay. Kind of a bottom of the barrel radio, good, better, best. It was the good one. And I had a crystal, an 8-pole crystal that would fit it. It came out of my FT1000. It was a drop-in, and stuck that in selectivity significantly. Gave him a little more, a couple of hundred hertz more audio bandwidth. So
yeah, don't get him any more excited, man. He'll quit school.
Oh no, he won't. He's fine. But yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy.
Oh yeah, he'll be working on the ear pile-ups, doing it himself.
Oh yeah, it won't be long at all. But several really nice QSOs. It wasn't just 5973s. He did keep them short, but I think he still has a little bit. What's your rig? What's your antenna? What's the weather? It's real easy. I'm kind of the same way when I got started. You run out of things. So, but he did a great job the other night. Here and listened to him for probably better part of an hour, and he's just got a really good technique operator. So I'm very excited.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, the best advice you can probably give somebody like that is to just do a bunch of listening to some good some of these big pile-ups, and you can learn how quickly you can. Well, you learn technique from the good one.
Exactly. And he's pretty intuitive about that. And I told him when I took you should spend the bulk of your time listening. You will very quickly sort out what is good technique, what is bad technique, what is a proper way to operate, what is around. He did have one bad experience. I think he put his call sign up. The guy was still technician class, transmitting on 40 glass houses and all. But overall, I mean, he does real well, and I about it. Things will come to you. I said the biggest thing you could do is just kind of slow down and breathe. He gets fast, but he handled himself very well, and he was telling me that he was trying to and we talked to A station down there when we first put the thing together, and a lot of big stations with big antennas, big amps. And he got through 100 watts in a wire. So I said, some and blow over everybody. And I forget, used to be the CEO of Radio Shack, wrote a book, it's like a cheese. And that's what you have to do with some of these. They call and how they respond and be what they want to hear.
Well, it doesn't hurt that he has a young voice, and so that tends to attract it.
Well, that's true. It's you get a young voice like that, or a female voice or something like that. DB. So yes, it's not doing him any harm right now, but good operating technique. For the longest time, I ran barefoot over here. Before I got an HF amp, and I that I could get a station on the first call because I listened long enough to find out how I was responding to others, and I tried to be where he was listening, and it works out. But he's just done fine.
Oh yeah, very good. All righty. That was Danny, Whiskey Echo 4 Echo in Hendersonville. About our newest, I think it's our newest ham in the group. It's Charlie, and he was doing great. And he's singing each other's praises, actually. Late chicken.
KE4 Kilo Echo, come back.
Hey, hold on one second there, Brent. I got Wes, K.
Yeah, just put in the driveway. Good timing. I've got 0 bars on you out here, but I hear you fine.
Yes. We're doing much better tonight. Conditions must be poor.
Well, like I said, I'm mobile on my truck. I just pulled in. All right, well, hold it. KE4T.
That's amazing. No signal, but I do have a decent audio. Very good. That was Wes in his driveway down there near Watertown, Kilo Echo. Brent, how you doing?
Hey, pretty good, Paul. Hanging in there. Just had a little more eye surgery yesterday, so I've been laying low today.
Oh, man. Nothing serious, I hope.
Yeah, I had a retina detach.
I mean, is everybody squared away or what?
Yeah, I mean, it's totally Star Trek how they take care of it. But yeah, he got it back. It's just going to take a little time for the floaters to heal up.
Yeah, I don't want to encounter that. I mean, I know what you're talking about. Surgery.
Yeah, I mean, it was like a 2-minute diagnosis, and the exam was worse than what the procedure was.
Well, tell me, did they do it through? Did you whack your head somewhere, or was it just something that happened naturally?
No, last year I had cataract surgery, and usually do that.
Ew. Well, I know I'm gonna at some point. I have pre, so I'm looking forward to some cataract surgery in my future too.
Well, I'll tell you, like I said, none of it's real.
I know some people that had that, the lens replaced down to where it's pretty routine.
Yeah, we did this. It was right in the office.
Yeah, no, it's amazing, just amazing. We're doing stuff these days that I feel like I grew up in the dark ages.
Well, let's face it, we did grow up in the dark ages. It used to be surgery was just barbaric.
Hey man, don't try to make me feel worse about my age.
Like I said, we've got, and we just die laughing because it was just like something you'd seen out of the old torture chambers.
Yeah, they said that. I remember, but a documentary some years ago, and it was talking about how doctors that did well in surgery were those who could be the quick. This is before anesthesia. So when you were amputating a leg, you had to be really good and good at sawing and off big wounds. It was very critical, or the patient would die just from shock.
Well, yeah, you're right. They were originally barbers, and the surgeons were always looked down upon by doctors because they were not considered to be doctors.
No, no, they were just guys.
Well, we got laughing because
yeah, some of the undertakers got more prestige than what the doctors did.
Well, they were still pretty barbaric. And as you know, during the Civil War and during that period, they didn't have anesthesia. They thought recuperated in a smoke-filled atmosphere in a tent that had a fire going in it. That was good for you. And they didn't know enough to wash their hands.
Well, you always heard the old saying about smoke up the backside. Well, sure enough, I cracked up. They had this big old bellows thing, and it had a nozzle. There you have it.
Yeah, well, I guess you can still buy smoked butt.
That was just a way I wouldn't want to have it. I got laughing last Wednesday. I was down at that fire at the Captain D, so I sent out a message. I've got a good sale on smoked salmon.
Oh boy, I'll bet. Well, very good, Brent. I'm glad you're doing better. When are you going back to work?
Oh, I'll go
back in kind of north Wilson County here. So Echo for Romeo Victor Quebec. Who else laid chickens?
Kilo India 4 Sierra India Bravo.
You're number 25.
My lucky day. I'll tell you what, that fire was banging over here. And I'm proud of that young man. I hope he does a whole lot more of what he's been doing so far.
Making me look bad.
I'm not trying to make anybody look bad, but I'll tell you what, this that gun part-time job I've got right now, I literally didn't slow down till 5:30.
You good tips, right?
What tip?
I'm kidding. I don't think they give tips on supplying auto parts.
They give you a signature on a piece of paper. That's about all they give you. Some of them give you a check, some of them give you a little cash, but beyond that, no. You're doing your job.
No, I got you. Now it's going all right though. I mean, it's keeping you busy, keeping you out of trouble.
Keep me out of trouble for sure. I don't have time to get any kind of trouble. But no, I don't have to go back till Friday afternoon.
Good, and you got a job for probably a long time if you want.
As long as I want it, probably. And Brent, I heard you just now.
All right, very good, Richard. That's Richard. So India 4 Sierra India Bravo. Sounded good. Sounded good to me anyway. A great signal. Who else? Anybody else? Anybody else? Lollygagger, sandbagger, lurker, scanner, listener, SDR dong, procrastinator. Well, very good. We had 25 check-ins. It's a good group. We had some improved signals tonight too. I really appreciated a couple of those. They were doing fantastic. And people working on improving their antenna systems as well. And appreciate all the check-ins. This is K4PEW closing the net for net number 541. It's 2019. You guys have a great night.